say the sins of the father will be passed on. I'ma spend every dollar till the cash gone. Hope they remember my name once I pass on. I'ma leave you some jewels you can latch on.
I can't help but notice, man, you mentioned something that caught my attention. The book. Tell me about that. What can I entail?
Oh man, that's the power of thought, man. You know what? When I used to talk to people, just random people, you know, they would ask me a question or we just having conversation and they would always say, man, you should write a book. And in my mind, I'm like, why would I write a book? I'm still living. I'm young. I got more life to live. Why would I write a book? But see, I was so ignorant because at the time I didn't know that I didn't have to write a autobiographical book. I could have just write any type of book. I thought I had to write a book about my life. Yeah. And so when I decided to, write a book, I say, you know what? I'm gonna write a self-help book. I'm gonna write a book that shares some of my stories, but it's really not about me. And that's because I've evolved to a place where I felt like, you know what? I've learned so much on my journey. I gotta share this information. I can't keep it to myself. There's a young boy in the Bahamas that's 13 years old that needs some type of wisdom. He can't talk to his mother, can't talk to his father. He just needs somebody he could relate to and basically get some gain from. Yeah. So I just, I figure out that I, write a book of some of my stories, but also the journey of understanding that your thoughts create your reality. And once I understood that, and I took a look back on my life, I realized I created all of the trials and tribulations that I was going through, all of the successes, of course, and all of the downfalls that I was going through in my life, I created it. I know a lot of people like to blame it on the devil. Yeah. A lot of people like to blame it on outside sources and everything else, but that's mysticism. You know what I mean? Believing an outside source control your life, that's the mindset that you don't want to have. You want to be responsible and take accountability for everything in your life, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the indifferent. You feel me? So that's what I did. In this book, I write about my journey, my life, but it's not geared toward just me. It's geared toward what I've learned. Yeah. And it's your thoughts and your feelings that create abundance for you. Change your mind and you can change your life.
I gotta give it to you, man. Even just sitting here listening, like, you're a good storyteller. I gotta give it to you.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, keep the attention on very keen details. It's starting to make sense. Like, you painted the picture very clear for me when you said life is like a game. It's a maze of hide and seek, and the universe will show you the answers if you're looking for them in the right places. Right. You just gotta do what makes you feel good, and it'll just show up.
Most definitely.
That's simple.
That's why you gotta always be in awareness. That's the key. That's the key to this whole shit.
The whole 6ix9ine.
Yeah, that's the key to this whole shit. You gotta be in awareness.
Okay.
You gotta be aware of everything. Aware of how you feeling, aware of how you thinking. Yeah. Because there's random thoughts that pop up in your mind. They say we have 5,000 thoughts a day. And I can guarantee you 98% of them is negative in most people's head.
Right.
You feel me? Just negative thoughts just pop up in your mind. We have thoughts coming up in our mind all day, all the time. And sometimes you're thinking to yourself, where in the world this thought came from? Yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
But not understanding that the subconscious mind is the womb of creation. It's what you put in your subconscious mind that you think about long enough that transfer to your conscious mind, and now that become a focus point in your life, and that starts to create reality in your life. So you have to be careful about what you watch, what you read, what you listen to, because all of that gets stored in your subconscious mind. It's very important. The subconscious mind is the womb of creation.
Got it.
You feel me?
So don't watch the news.
You don't want to watch the news. You don't want to watch, I don't even like to watch scary movies.
Really?
Girls like to watch scary movies all the time. Girls want to watch scary movies. I don't even like to watch scary movies because I know that information is being stored in my subconscious mind.
Oh, yeah, you don't even want to put yourself in that environment.
Like that shirt you got on right now.
Yep.
I wouldn't buy that shirt.
You wouldn't buy it?
Because he represents death. He represents something of negativity. He represents something that's acidic.
Acidic.
Yeah, he represents anything that's acidic you want to stay away from. You want to be in an alkaline diet. You want to be on an alkaline life. You feel me? You don't want to eat acidic food. You don't want to wear acidic clothes. Anything that represents negative energy, you want to stay clear from it. You dig? So that's why I say you are what you wear. Once I learned that and I elevate my consciousness and I learned that you are what you wear, I went in my closet. I took everything out of my closet that had skulls and bones on it. Because it represents death.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I don't want to represent death. I want to represent life. I want to keep living. This is why Tupac and Biggie Small died at an early age, because not only that the powers that be wanted to get them out of the way because they had too much power, but they also talked about life and death so much in their music. Biggie's first album was called Life After Death. Y'all fact check me on that. And Tupac talked about death in all of his music.
Yeah.
You feel me? So when you talk about death, you bringing it to your life. You bringing it into your existence. Remember, we said you get what you think about most of the time.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I'm following.
That's the strangest secret. That's one by Earl Nightingale, by the way. You get what you think about most of the time. If you don't know who Earl Nightingale is, do some research, check him out. You dig? Just do some research. But that's what it's all about. It's all about wearing things that breeds prosperity. That's why I got my brand called Cash, because it breeds prosperity. It's just letting you know, that's what I'm all about. I'm out to get some money.